yo, yo, welcome to the show.
Yo YouTube, what is good? It's a Sunday morning. Welcome back to the channel, Zero to Hero Investing. We're going to be answering this question. If you are new here, we just talk about what we plan to buy inside the taxable Robinhood account. I just kind of plan my investing week out in a sense and I make a video on it. I usually base my buys based on like ex-dividend dates or my like if I'm down in a position and want to like take advantage of that, or if I want to start a position or just bump a position up, increase my equity, whatever the situation is, I'm really just tracking my portfolio on YouTube. That's the idea. So, if you're new here, if you're into that, like and subscribe and you'll see my videos. Today's the 15th. We do this every Sunday. Usually it's a Sunday. Some days, I'm human. Some weekends, especially if it's a holiday weekend, I might drop a video on Monday or just not at all. I guess. I'm sorry. But anyways, going forward, someone has actually used my link, so this is just like, hey, if you wanna get started investing in Robinhood, you can use like a referral link, and it will give you between $5 and $200 worth of stock here, and it also gives me some kind of reward for referring you as well. So no harm to doing it, no harm to not doing it. It's more beneficial to do it, but you don't have to. Everyone gets a stock. Anyways, going forward again, as usual, we deposit something into the account every week. Last week it was 300, this week it's 150. The line is still running, the factory is still running. We've slowed it down 50%, let's say, at least relative to last week, but it's going nonetheless. I do have some expenses I need to take care of, and it kind of timed itself well because the markets are kind of cruising around the all-time highs again, and it might burst through, of course, but I'm just kind of holding tight until there's an opportunity to buy. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. Right now we're sitting at 19,475. Pretty much the same amount from my video yesterday, my portfolio update. I'll link that at the top if you want to go watch that. We're down on the day, Sunday, $9, whatever. But we're gonna be splitting this 150 in our usual ratios, like 33, 33, 33, I guess. 50 on Monday. Oh, geez, I did not change the dates down here. Damn it. This is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Add 7 to all of these. It's a week later, so 9, 16, 18, and then 9, 20. Gonna be splitting those 50. We're gonna be splitting the 150 over those 3 days. On September 16th, this day, I just thought I'd use the I'd use the opportunity to just kind of clean the portfolio up some. So like Coke here, we're buying 0.05 of a share because I had 5.45 shares. So I'm like, let's just get it to a nicer number. Same thing with Apple, had 4.35 shares. So we're just buying 0.05 of a share, and that's the idea. Like I just base my buys based on however I'm feeling sometimes. But yeah, that's the reason for buying these. Like, not really based on an ex-div. I'm not down or trying to average up really in any of these, but they are longer term holds, so I definitely don't mind buying into them, especially at these small amounts. Same day though, 16th we're buying Smith and Wesson, and this is really to average it down. We're around break even in the position, but based on their recent earnings, they took a really big hit, and I'm just taking advantage of that. It's a company, really nice dividend. I think there's still a lot of upside, and the more I make these videos, the more I say like I don't really have like a personal connection with a company like Smith and Wesson brands, but I do understand the value like from an investor's perspective, and the company itself. I mean, we're all just trying to make good investing decisions. They do have a lot of upside. I've been reading articles, whatever, looking at earnings, whatever. So yeah, I'll just be buying more, taking advantage of the opportunity. Ford averaging down for sure. We're down around 6 or 7% maybe in this position, and still working the way up to 100 shares. We're gonna be at 95 after this 1.5 share purchase. So there we go. Next, oh, there we are. We're gonna be spending around $44 estimated for that. A little bit of change left over. This will be going into my recurring buys, and this is a great segue because on the 18th we're buying SMH. What is SMH? SMH is a new portfolio position that we started on Thursday or Friday of last week. I spoke in depth about it yesterday in my video, or my portfolio update again if you want to see it. I don't know if I can link something twice. If I can, then I will. But SMH, it's an ETF that holds the 25 largest like chip companies, and it's just like something I've always wanted to be into. But like the share price has been like so expensive. It was in the in the 280s, and I'm like every time I look at this chart, it's all-time highs. I'm like I'm not gonna regret it, I don't think, in 20, 30 years, but I know I can do a little bit better. So I was a little patient. I guess I missed this here and I missed this over here. But we finally bit the bullet and we started a position sitting at 0.108421 shares. And yeah, that's just that baby's just gonna grow and grow and grow and grow. Whether that's the share price appreciating or just us adding our own money to it, or hopefully both, best of both worlds. But I mean, this is just something I think I need to be invested in this day and age. Like there is definitely um like that's where technology is headed. We're gonna need like these chip making companies to provide chips for everything, pretty much everything that's being produced. Because everything's being technologized or whatever. So yeah. Great investment. Happy I started it. Happy with where I got in. When and where I got in. Definitely knew I always wanted to be in there, but didn't know how or no, didn't know when to get in. So it's happened. This is the caveat is that it's also a recurring investment. So Vanek, we're buying $2 every day. And like I said in my video yesterday, it's replacing IGPT, which is kind of the same. Like I started this ETF, I started a position in this ETF for the same-ish idea to, get something out of these chip companies because I don't want to invest solely in one, like Nvidia or Broadcom or just whatever. I want to be like broad-based. So found this one. It was decent at the time. It wasn't at all-time highs like SMH was. So I'm like, okay, let's just do this. But now looking back retrospectively, they don't pay a dividend. I don't even know what a negative point zero four 30-day yield really means in reality. Their expense ratio is absolutely insane, at least relative to SMH 0.58 SMH. Let's see what that is. 0.35. So saving 0.23 of a percent every year. I'll take that. Um, Yeah, what else? What else? What else? Anything else? Oh, I guess I could look at the assets under management, 380 for what is this? IGPT, and then ooh. See, SMH even has like assets under management in the billions. So I feel like that makes me much more comfortable to hold that. So I'm trying to lessen my position in IGPT and of course swing that all over to SMH. Maybe I'll start selling like a half a share a week. Probably I should do that. I'll put some more thought into that, see how I'm gonna step from one side to the other, and yeah, do that. But just wanted to say that. All right, so we're buying point 0.1 of a share of SMH just to bump our or a little position up, at least to a share. That's all we want. We will be having point 0.2, and the X right there means that there's a recurring buy, because the recurring buy just buys like a really, really random amount of shares. And so I don't really know what the decimal will ever be. So point 0.2x of a share is what we're gonna have. Buying another Ford share, adding one share takes us to 96 shares in total. Last one for Wednesday, some Chevron. We're down in Chevron. No, we're up in Chevron, but Chevron has been down. We jumped out to Exxon to go into Chevron, and Chevron's just not doing us well. Not for now, but I'm sure it will. We're gonna take ourselves to 2.7 shares with this purchase. Total estimated spend $48.60, $1.15 change. Last buy for the 20th is Chevron. Again, we're just trying to up our share size or up our equity and not necessarily lower average cost because we're above our cost basis, but we're taking advantage of the share drop, the share price drop. I think Chevron's down maybe 8% year to date or something. I just looked at it. It's something to to make the most of. So I'm just trying to do that. That should be everything. That last buy the Friday, $42 is what I'm thinking around what I'll be spending on Chevron on Friday from our $50 budget. And yeah, I same question for y'all. What are y'all buying this week? What are you guys buying this week? I know it's around, the markets are a little bit antsy right now. Like we're getting up to all-time highs again. So let's see which direction it goes. I'm hoping that I can scalp VTI at like 280, and then when it cools down, like buy back into SPY and SCHD at a lower price. So let's see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.